I think that's good. Welcome to Immediate Review, where we see a movie in theaters and review it immediately. We just saw the reboot of Charlie's Angels.
Well, not really. Technically,
sequel.
Because they established that this is a continuation. So yeah, it's the Charlieverse. So yeah, technically this is the third movie and fourth entire installment. There might be a TV movie version. I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyways, we are joined today with person Angel in the back, and she is our resident woman expert here at Immediate Review.
Yeah, she's not a piece of shit men like we are.
So we're gonna let her start off, and then we, as the piece of shit men we are, will continue the review from where she leaves off.
So person A, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Angel!
Person A.
Jesus!
On a scale of...
Have some respect!
On a scale of 1 to 10, how empowered are you right now?
Is one high or low on this scale?
1 to 10. Like 1 is the lowest.
Yeah, no, is there can I pick negative numbers?
Negative empowerment, wow.
Negative empowerment. All right,
means
go.
it stole her empowerment.
Oh, right. God. Okay, so first of all, this might be the most, it's not a word, but try-hardiness. This movie tries harder than any other fucking movie I've seen all year. Like, it's so obvious. Like, from the beginning, from the first lines, that Elizabeth Banks is trying so hard to make, like, you know, a feminist girl power movie, and it doesn't work at all. Like, the first scene, the discussion that Kristen Stewart has with the guy is just, like, way over the top. Like I think the first line in the movie is, I think women can do anything. And it's like... it's just like, we get it. Like, we've seen Charlie's Angels before. Like, it's 2019, Elizabeth Banks. Like, we fucking know. Like,
she's breaking ground.
She's not breaking any ground. It's just, it reeks of, like, I don't know, like, rich, white, feminist privilege. Like, the whole fucking movie. And, like, the character, like, and just as far as a movie goes without that message, and the weird thing that it does immediately after that scene where it shows clips, like stock footage of little girls and women.
Straight up.
I think there's like a clip that I recognize from the intro credits from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which does the whole female empowerment thing better.
Well, because it's our protagonist growing up.
Yeah,
and
it's literally like this. The setup and all of that is better. I mean, there's problems with Kimmy Schmidt, but it's not nearly as many as this movie has. God, but like the character development is shitty. It first of all, for a movie that's trying to be feminist, the first relationship that it establishes between women is them being catty and not getting along. Like, yeah, they get over it eventually and become friends, but that's like the first established thing. Second of all, like, their characters in and of themselves are inconsistent. Like, Kristen Stewart, like, establishes herself as, like, smart and, like, on top of things and all of that in the first scene, and then, like, literally as soon as the second woman comes up, that woman has to correct her as to what the word embezzlement is. Like, she doesn't know what that is, and she's like, ooh, fancy words. Like, suddenly she takes a backslide, and then for the rest of the movie she's kind of annoying and slightly, like, one step behind everybody else, and the other woman's more competent, and then, like, her big arc is, oh, she feels things because she's supposed to be, like, the strong... it's just... everybody's character arcs are inconsistent. Like, Jane... the woman opposite Kristen Stewart, I don't remember the actress's name. Like, in the first scene, she kicks, like, 9 guys' asses. Like, it's nothing. Without any help, really, from Kristen Stewart. And then, like, the whole movie, she's getting her ass kicked by one guy. Like, repeatedly.
He was
and
the
it takes her,
berserker.
and she has this whole monologue towards the end about how she's had to grow and learn in order to kick his ass and get revenge. But it's like, dude, You literally took on like a horde of guys at the beginning of the movie. Like, this seems like a step back for you. Like, this guy isn't all that special. She even points out that he uses the same 7 moves over and over again. The action is like nothing we haven't seen before. Kind of boring. The CGI is terrible. Like, laughably bad. Like, it looks unfinished. Unfucking
somehow
finished.
worse than Full Throttle was.
Like, yeah, and Full Throttle came out in what, 2006?
2004 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's bad. They constantly have to, like, remind you that, oh, you're watching I don't know, they have to add, like, girly touches to everything. Like, the font for all the places being pink. It's just, like, from a graphic design and, like, all cinematography perspective is
That offends me as a
stupid.
graphic designer.
And, like, fucking, like, doesn't work because, like, the font will come up and it's, like, hot pink and you can't read it over, like, the landscape that it's on.
Were they in Berlin?
But it's clearly, it has to be pink because they're girls and they have to integrate pink in everything because they're girls, but it's, like, supposed to be empowering and women can be anything, but they still have to be feminine. That is the message of this film. Women can be anything as long as they're still feminine, okay?
So what'd you think about...
Like, fuck. God damn it, Elizabeth Banks, you missed the mark. This movie pissed me off so much.
She
It's
aimed
so
the
bad.
opposite direction. What'd you think about the fact that 9 out of 10 times when they needed to thwart men, they would do so with their sexuality?
Like, that's a classic, like, Charlie's Angels trope, but come on, the femme fatale thing has been done to death. Like, if you wanted to bring something new and, like, female-centered and actually, like, a little bit more empowering to the genre and, like, I don't know, like, actually be groundbreaking, yeah, it wouldn't be your fallback. Like, to just constantly redo the femme fatale thing and have sexuality be the only thing. Yes, they, like, point out the fact that it takes men longer to perceive women as a threat and all of that and blah, 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 but they do it, like, it's so ham-fisted.
It's like, I looked
over
up
the
a
top.
statistic that I have planned.
And, like, they
And-
really, like, could have, I mean...
Where the fuck did they get that statistic? 7 seconds to view women as a threat.
Well,
I, as a man, view every woman I see as a threat immediately. All right? I'm insecure as shit. All right? Like, they got guys completely wrong here. Okay?
Oh my god! It's just like I understand where they, but like so much of the sexism too in the film is so over the top. Like, it's so over the top. Like, it wasn't as reflective. Like, they could have actually had something to say if it was more restrained. It wasn't so, like, mustache twirly, I'm an evil man, like, with every single dude. If it was more, like, I don't know,
I couldn't
like,
help.
grounded and, like,
Or subtle.
yeah.
Or just normal.
Instead, it's like every time that, like, a guy says something, it's like, there's, like, you can almost hear, like, sinister music playing in the background. Obviously, like, I don't know. And yes, it calls attention to, like, real issues, like
The closest it got was
sexism.
workplace. Yeah, I was gonna
workplace
say, but even then,
sexism and,
it's
like, dudes saying, like, stupid shit, like, smile and, like, all of that, but they do it in such an over the top, like,
Just in your
way,
face, up
like,
front
it's
way.
in your face,
Yeah.
like especially down to that last scene. Like, as soon as people started dropping at the party, I'm like, what? Oh, is it all gonna be men that are passing out? All the men are gonna pass out, and then it's gonna be like, they're all angels. Boom. That's immediately what it is. Like, everyone. It's just. It's not. It tries to do. And that's the thing. It's more girl power and less female empowerment. Like, it doesn't understand feminism. It's such a shallow, like, if we just, point out that some things are bad, make all the men, like, mustache twirly. And oddly enough, the creepiest guy in the whole fucking thing is the guy that they all adore, Saint.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, he's the creepiest guy in the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's insinuated that he's gay, so it's safe.
He's still fucking creep. And, like, they could have the one change that I did want to happen, which was Charlie being a woman. They still have her disguise her voice so that she sounds like a man. So, like,
that makes no sense.
spoiler alert. So, like,
No,
why?
Yeah,
Why do they do that?
I normally, like, I don't really have a problem with
Is it
ever,
trying
like,
to say something about, like, I don't know.
I normally don't have a problem with, like, or, you know, get all pissed off when, like, traditionally male characters are recast as a woman, but that one was like, okay, that's just, you're really pushing it there. It makes, she was a woman the whole time who concealed her voice
Well, no,
as
they
a
mentioned,
man.
they mentioned that Charlie died.
Well, yeah,
Another
but
Charlie took over, and it would make sense. But why can't they just have her use a regular
Yeah,
voice?
it's like-
Is it just like, is it because of that whole thing that you established that women are taken less seriously and all of that? Well,
the person in power has
It's
to
a
be a
league
man.
of women
you're
who
perpetuating
fight.
that. Like, you are perpetuating that by having her disguise her voice as a man and secretly have to secretly be a woman.
Yeah, the men would be the only person that could lead an
That
organization
they could
like this,
possibly respect.
and that I'm just going to have this male voice be the subconscious level of like
because-
empowerment that I want to have because a man's voice
Because
subconsciously
subconsciously
is more.
has more
Yeah,
authority.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like
It's
no,
fucking
like
just like
it tries so hard. Every shot, every line, it's like it's so terribly written, and like it's bad. You could tell that she tried so hard, but she just
It's
fundamentally misunderstood what she was trying to do.
I find it funny too, just how much like the characters in most women are super sexualized in the movie, like a lot, like more so than in some movies like this where men direct it. Oddly enough, I was actually kind of surprised. I mean, you know, one of the most like forced examples is when, what was the new girl's name? She played Jasmine in Aladdin.
I don't remember.
Well, what after Patrick Stewart
See, we can't even remember their name.
after
They can't
Patrick
even, like-
after
Jane
Patrick
Sabine.
Stewart puts her in the room, he's like, "I have some clothes for you," and then he locks her in, and she finds out he's evil. And she's like wearing just like a dress that's kind of covering, and she's like, "Oh, well, I guess now that he's locked me in this room, I'll put on this sexy dress that pushes up my boobs.
And
That'll
then
be
wear a
good for the
collar
climax."
And then they put her in like a leash thing that like basically serves the same purpose that like the guy could have held a gun to her head and it would have been just as effective, and that's what they do with like in every other action movie ever. But no, it's got to be a gold leash that's around her neck, and like it's so dumb. And actually, a gun would have been more effective dramatically and in terms of, I don't know, I'd be more afraid of somebody holding a gun to my head than somebody with a flimsy fucking like gold leash around me pulling me around. Yeah, that would hurt, but I'd be a little more afraid of having my brains blown out. I don't know, it's a weird.
I mean, some people are into the whole collar fetish
Yeah,
thing.
like
it's
how does he know that she's not into that? That she's like, he puts that on, she's like, oh, you think you got me terrified.
Mr. Stewart.
No, it represents, you know, when men do that in real life.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
obviously
We
it's about
chain
that.
and collar women, drag them
I
around.
was surprised if Elizabeth Banks was trying to make a statement with that and yet again failed because
She obviously was. There was also a shot too where like she was standing in the center of all the passed out men and was just like, "I'll walk off and get a wide shot."
yeah. Well, and they still fail with the whole like the irony of this too is that like
Our heroes suck and need to be saved by
people
50
have
other
been pointing out for
heroes.
years like the stupidness of people like running in stilettos and like fighting in stilettos and all of that shit that's not realistic. And what does Elizabeth Banks do? Have Kristen Stewart run, fight, all of that in stilettos. She gives Jane the ability to like wear flat shoes and boots and stuff that you would actually be able to like do a lot of those moves in, and then like acknowledges the stupidness of the heels when Kristen Stewart like takes them off to fight. But the whole time she's still like, no, I'm still gonna make my characters run in heels and shit.
No, she pans the camera down to make
To
sure
make sure you
everybody
know
like
that
almost like
they're-
it's a point of
that they're
pride. Like,
heels.
yeah, they're running in heels and like, I don't know.
like she's trying to reference the whole Ginger Rogers did exactly what Fred Astaire did, but backwards and in heels thing. But that's not what that like. don't take it so literally. Just allow women to wear other kinds of shoes, guys. God damn it. I'm just...
So, yeah, my general thing, you know, I just like, I am, what I find most funny about this movie is it's a it's a reboot, not really, actual sequel to Charlie's Angels, and it's like, the movie's trying to act like it has, you know, something to prove, or it's taking back something, and it's like, Charlie's Angels has been around for 40 years, and like it's like it's always been its fucking show about, I don't know, female like spies, and it's like cool. And I don't know, you know, I grew up watching the show, and like I also grew up watching you know, like Xena, and fucking Kill Bill came out when I was 14, and just like Sydney in the Scream movies, and just like, I don't know, growing up there was like, I don't know, this movie's acting like it's completely foreign, and basically just thinking back to when I watched Charlie's Angels, it's like this movie could have just been a straightforward like badass woman movie, because I'm down with that. I mean, Wonder Woman was my favorite movie of 2017, and that movie, like, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot had a fucking, you know, goal of empowering women, and it's awesome. And fucking they're able to, like, lace their themes within the plot very well. And I don't know, it's just it's handled way better.
It's not ham-fisted. It doesn't feel in your face.
Yeah. And yeah, not only that, but I don't know. My point is, I don't just hate this movie because it's trying to do the feminist like thing poorly. I mean, that is part of it, but just in general, I don't know. It's just, I knew this movie was going to be bad. It doesn't look good, no matter what. Even if it wasn't trying to be obnoxious, it just didn't look good. Full Throttle was horrible. I love the first Charlie's Angels movie, though. Haven't seen the show since I was a kid, though. But, yeah, this one was really bad. Just on a technical level, too. Everything about it was horrible, like, honestly.
Just, yeah, as a film, in and of itself, it's... Oof. Like...
Yeah, Peter loved it, though. He thought it was so good. Yeah.
No, I did not. All right, I'll go ahead and just go. I really did not like this movie. I wasn't expecting it to be good, but I expected it to be better than it was. Like we've commented, it just ham-fists the men are evil, women are, you know, empower women and whatnot, which is good. Like, it is important to have that, but it does it so ham-fisted, and I'm going to go into why I think that. There are two men in this movie that are considered good. We have a gay massage therapist guy who, I don't know if he's gay, but it's heavily insinuated that he is. And yeah, he kind of is the creepiest dude like ever. Like, there's this
kind
scene,
of a dick too.
Yeah, and like when the woman shows up, he just like touches the girl and he's just like, "Ooh, I need to put forceful pressure on your body. Do you consent?" And it's like super fucking weird, and like he pops her and whatnot, and so it's like, yeah, as long as a guy is like bringing health and wellness and well-being and cheese to the women, then he's a good guy. And then there's one other guy who's good, and he's the essentially ending romantic love interest of Jane, who we get the most cringy fucking shit. Like, the ending, the last conversation is like so fucking ridiculously cringy. It's like, it's bad. It's like
it ends so abruptly too.
You're trying to make a joke. It's like for the guy. It's like, well, if that's what you were doing, it's working on me. I can feel something in my penis.
And then there's a training montage with weird cameos. It's like, hey, it's Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah. And
Okay,
like,
and
all
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, and all the training that they're doing, the at the very end, like during credit scenes, essentially, none of the girls in the movie that we watched who essentially had gone through this training felt like or had vocalized that they could do any of the things that she's learning how to do, like land a plane or fucking, whatever else.
You gotta land this bird.
Yeah. And so I really would have liked the movie more if they just would have made like one tiny tweak. Like yeah, the writing could have been fucking way better and like less ham-fisted, but like let's say all of that is fine. I really think that the ending should have been that Elizabeth Banks was the villain, like building up to it, because I really feel like the fact that it's just so ham-fisted of just men are bad, and then it turns out that the girl who's been advocating these girls for so long, the first angel to be promoted to Bosley level, was actually working against everyone, and just because someone's a woman doesn't mean they're going to like empower you and whatnot, like what Sydney said
like
at the
the
beginning.
real Elizabeth Banks. Holy shit!
Yeah, like I really feel like it would have been a whole lot better, and we would have had this like essentially redemption of men essentially in Patrick Stewart's character coming around and realizing
I
that,
thought you were gonna have them both be evil though.
no, Patrick Stewart, like, in the shot when he shoots her, it's like boom, he saved her, and it's not, and like she tries to do something to get them back for the final climax or whatever.
See, I think they should just both be evil, and it's like, just don't trust old people. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, fucking.
The
feel like-
fact that the blanket statement is that men are bad and not that that patriarchy and like sexism and like the structures that lead to like male privilege and all of that are bad.
I mean, you
Is
think
it-
this
that's
movie's
not the
gonna
message. No, it's
accurately
just a blanket
tackle that?
statement. Men bad. Like, it fundamentally misunderstands feminism, because feminism is about equality of the sexes. It's not like, oh, men bad, women good. Yes? Which I feel like is all Elizabeth Banks' understanding.
I mean,
really
this might be the
the understanding of how patriarchy damages everyone.
Yeah, it's true. This might really be, I mean, because this is the latest movie that's got like, all the fucking like man babies freaking out about how their pee-pees hurt and fucking posting a bunch of videos, just like screaming about the takeover of women and shit, and like, this is so far the worst of them, and it's the closest thing to like, what they try to talk about. I don't know, like let's take Ghostbusters, that one for example. That was a big one that, a bunch of people hated just because they were women. I don't think there was a single just like, nobody likes women Ghostbusters, that's us, in the movie, like, at all, to my knowledge.
No.
Yeah, they like didn't really do anything like that. And I don't know, my point is, it's just they're never really that bad. It's just usually there's just women in it and people are freaking out. But this one really is just like so cringy bad, just like pure man-hating, just like, I don't know, it didn't like hurt my feelings or anything. I don't know. I've watched
Yeah, I mean, I can admit that some men out there are fucking pieces of shit, but
No, it's true, and I've watched plenty of things that treat women like total shit. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, there are way more movies out there that are like, women are like,
Yeah, so it's like, if I watch that, I got to be able to watch the other stuff. But this is fucking horrible still.
Yeah, and another big problem I had with it was the choreography.
All of it.
I really feel like the combat choreography, for one. We'll get to the dance choreography in a minute.
The fact that you have to say that, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. So the fight choreography was not great. I honestly, with the writing aside, I honestly thought while she was like doing the whole like silk kind of like sky dancing and whatnot, while she's like tying the guy up, I was like, this is cool. Like I was hopeful for it, and then she like does it and pulls him forward, and I was like, oh fuck, she's gonna like strangle him and like break his neck or something, and then he just gets out of it, and they have like a continuation like fight, and it's like, I mean, I really hate to praise a Marvel movie, I really do, but I'm gonna do it. All right, the first Avengers movie, when Black Widow is introduced, even though she whips a guy with her hair, and he goes, oh, and it's done, the choreography's done better than this fucking movie.
Dude, that scene's the best
whole
scene in
chair
Avengers, man.
Exactly, man. It's like I was hoping for, like, you know, in any terms of basic combat, it's like if we're doing men versus women, like guys are more big and stocky, and women need to use speed and agility to overcome that. And that's what I really wanted. I wanted cool fucking judo, crazy like women leg grappling, crushing men's heads
You
with their
got
thighs and
cleavage
shit.
in women's legs.
Yeah, no, that's not what we want.
No.
Like, I was really hoping that they were gonna go and actually have some good fucking, you know, like actual combat and really show like you can look up YouTube videos of like badass fucking Muay Thai chicks just beating the fucking crap out of dudes, and it's awesome.
They had Ronda Rousey in
Yeah,
this
they
movie
had Ronda Rousey
and
in,
the
like,
fifth random cameo.
Yeah, and it's like they could have easily gotten. They had one of the guys that played Bosley at the beginning. Their original Bosley. He's like a mixed martial arts like actor. Like he was in fucking Never Back Down, and he played the mixed martial arts guy. And like I know that they could have good fucking martial arts and whatnot in this movie, and they didn't. Like there's even scenes that like feel slow, where like one character like goes and like hits him, and then like one guy gets like an elbow like at this speed, and he just like falls asleep. It's fucking ridiculous.
The editing's horrible too. It'll be like punch, cut to a kick, cut to a punch, cut to a like. They never do more than 2 moves in a single take because the fighting is so poorly done, and they have to keep cutting to like trick you into thinking that it's a good fight,
right.
And it never fucking works.
And you didn't get a chance to see Hobbs and Shaw this year. Like I saw, that's a standard big muscle man action movie.
I am proud to say I've never seen anything past Tokyo Drift. I haven't watched any of the Fast and the Furious
I've
movies
never
past
seen any
that.
of them.
Well, regardless, that's a movie that is in comparison of like the movies that Elizabeth Banks is talking about. Big budget, big muscle men action movies that are fucking stupid. The action is good in those movies.
Sometimes, I mean,
it's enjoyable, man. It was like it's over the top and fucking dumb and stupid, but it does that stupid fucking over the top action.
I've heard that about
well.
Fast and the Furious specifically, but
you know,
still in general there are a lot of fucking like male-driven action movies with terrible action. I mean, we just saw Gemini Man recently.
That's true.
Like,
I'm just saying that.
And the
like,
straight-to-video ones, dude. Oof.
Yeah, and like I don't know. You look at movies like Atomic Blonde and whatnot, where Charlize or Kill Bill is a perfect example as well of just badass chicks doing badass shit, and it doesn't need to smear in your face any type of like, you know, why can't we just get a feminine movie like a movie about a heroine essentially that fucking is just badass and just so happens to be a girl? Like, why does there have to be added extra context on top of it that's so fucking heavy-handed? Like, why couldn't you just make a good action movie?
Well, we
do
get those movies.
Like, I don't know, there'd be like depth to it as opposed to be like, well, it's great because she's a girly girl and feminine, and therefore, as opposed to like, it's great because she's a person. How about you make your characters people?
Yeah.
Fully fleshed out people. And it's something that especially like women have had a hard time with in Hollywood, like getting roles that are fully fleshed out people. God damn.
And our friend Kat, like, we asked her what she thought about Charlie's Angels, and she was just so pissed off. She was, because of like the walking in a closet scene, and she's just like, it's fucking 2019. How many goddamn movies do I need to see about women like being amazed about things in closets and like stuff like that? It's just, she was not down with it at all. And a lot of people weren't down with it, and that's why it fucking bombed. Is because like it's like men fucking hate it and women aren't empowered by it, so everyone just hates it.
Yeah.
I don't know, except I'm sure some people do. It's the type of movie where if you don't know much about movies, you're probably gonna love it.
I mean, even then, there were people in the theater that were there, you know, essentially with us. And, yeah, there was, like, I think one girl I saw walked out 3 different times to do, like, she didn't give a shit about what was going on in this movie. You know what I mean? And then there was another guy and, like, his girlfriend that were, like, going back and forth, like, just leaving. Like, people were leaving all throughout the movie and coming back. Nobody fucking gave a shit. It wasn't fucking compelling. It didn't draw you in. There wasn't anything that was just like, oh, yeah, that was fucking really cool. They had fucking CGI explosions. Like, we just watched The Irishman where every explosion was fucking practical as shit. It's like, I don't know. It just felt lazy and fucking... like they could just put out the movie and have it be themed like this and make money, and that's all they really cared about.
No, yeah, I mean it's true too. Like the movie in general is just horrible. Even if they cut out, even if you went through and you edited out every single, you know, like, oh, I've read that men do this line, then the movie would still be horrible. It's just like. Nothing about it is good. The cinematography is not good. Like,
hell, if you did a version of this movie with all and you flipped the script and it was all men, sorry guys, it would still be fucking terrible.
It would still fucking
so
suck.
like,
I mean,
all
it'd
the
be
guys
weird.
that are like, this movie bad. No, it would still be awful. The editing, the character development, all of that would still be terrible.
It's true. It's very true.
You could like completely change it and make it like a Fast and the Furious like spin-off or something, or a new spy movie, I don't know. It's a Spy Hard something, and like it would still be bad.
Yeah, when are action movies going to stop using MI6 as like a plot device for training for anybody? Like, can we just
But she's
decide?
got a British accent and she
It's
kicks
like-
ass.
it's
That's
like,
the
I
only
swear to God, it's like British espionage. That's like the main reason. It's just like, oh yeah, it's part of MI6. That's why I'm a badass. I'm not going to give you any more information beyond that because we don't know.
It's because
You
of
know-
the whole Bond thing.
it's so funny. I'm just thinking about it, and you know, because like it's true. There are a fuckload of like, you know, action movies that are like all men, and there aren't enough with women, and so it's like, yeah, make some more. But it's like doing this. I'm just thinking about the opposite. Like, I'm trying to think of an all male movie that's just like, hey, isn't it awesome that there are no women around? Like,
the Expendables.
like,
Yeah.
well, like there are movies that like treat women like shit and stuff, but they never do like meta stuff like, haha, we all hate women. Like, I don't know, where this one just gets super meta with it, and it's funny.
I mean, maybe we just don't watch those movies.
It's true.
Because, like, yeah. If
Also,
you know
maybe
any
it has something to do
movies
with
where
the
men
power
talk
traffic.
shit on women, link it in the description.
No. I don't mean talk shit, but like if they like meta point out like, like, you know, societal hot takes. Like,
Like
Yeah.
if it was like a group of men that were like, we all got screwed over in our divorce proceedings, and our wives took the children because the courts are
Wild Hogs.
misunderstand
Wild Hogs.
misunderstand feminism and blame feminism for that instead of blaming the actual.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Wild Hogs.
I don't know. It's just yeah, more women in movies, less bad writing.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess in one way this is groundbreaking. Now like I mean, in terms of equality and
Is
there
it?
being in terms of equality and there being just as many terrible movies start like women should be
There are
able
just
to
as many
fucking
now.
have no. I mean we're one step closer. Women should be allowed to make terrible fucking movies too.
Hell yeah. Hell
and
yeah.
bomb at the box office and fail.
Yeah, I was going to
and
say, it did
still
break
make
ground.
another movie after this.
It did break ground when it hit the floor, like, just with how bad it fell.
And then
well-
it shouldn't be blamed on the fact that they're women. It should just be, it's a bad fucking movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Because God knows there are enough movies with all men that are fucking awful.
You got final thoughts?
My final thought is, I don't know. Go watch a different movie, but it's not that big of a deal. It's like life goes on. Okay.
Yeah, I personally don't think this movie is worth the time invested to watch it. If you really want to check it out, I'd wait. I'd wait for it on like Prime it or something. It'll be on a streaming service soon. Like, trust us.
It felt like a Netflix movie.
Yeah. Netflix
Honestly, it made Terminator Dark Fate look less fucking obnoxious and ham-fisted. Like, Terminator Dark Fate at least focused on like the plot and character development way more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at my list, man. This might make my top 10 worst. Honestly,
it might make mine too. At first, I was like, nah, it's just normal bad, and it just kept going, and I was like, what the fuck? This shit is getting weird.
Like I said, ham-fisted. But yeah, we'll jump to trailers now.
Okay, Gretel und Hansel.
Okay, I think this shot fucking really well for a trailer. I love this. I love the cinematography.
I do too. I've been. I don't know, the some of the angles look odd to me, but I guess it's kind of supposed to look odd. It's shot in a weird aspect ratio. Like it's not 1:6:6, but it's also not 4:3. It's like somewhere in the middle. Like it's like 1:5:7 or something. And so, yeah, I think it's supposed to have this purposeful, weird look. But, yeah, the lighting and everything else looks really awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like It Girl. I don't.
Oh, Beverly Marsh.
Beverly, yeah.
I didn't recognize this.
Yeah, it's Beverly from It.
Okay. For sure. But kind of, okay.
Yeah, nothing against her performance or anything. It's just... She looks a lot like a person we hate, and so when we watch it, all we see
is her
face.
And it's awful.
And it's just one of those things where it's just she looks too much like her for us to
distance.
Yeah, for us to like her back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
what about UNDERWATER?
God damn it.
Yeah, they keep showing too much of the monsters.
AKA the Abyss plus aliens.
Yeah, or squid thing, humanoid squids.
Hey,
they're little Cthulhu's.
Hey, Squidward.
No, they're Zoidbergs.
Zoidberg.
Why not Zoidbergs?
Well, I'm not Zoidberg. Okay, like a boss, we've talked about it. Excited for it. Gonna see it.
We're No, Quinn. Yeah, with that one.
Shut up. Shit. We're gonna have to beep that.
What?
What did you think of Like a Boss?
It could go either way for me.
I think it looks funny. Like
it looks funny, but I have that feeling like where the trailer could have all the best parts and the rest of the movie could be shit. So I'm reserving judgment until I see it.
It looks like a throw it on, comedy that you'd never buy, but you might watch once.
Yeah. Like it looks like it could be interesting.
I like plenty of movies like that.
But I like that. I like all the actors that are in it. So that's a drawing point for me. Peter does not like all the actors that are in it.
No. Peter does not like what we're about to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it.
He's looking at the list.
I don't want it.
Oh,
Just rip the fucking Band-Aid off. Let's get it over with.
Cats. Cats.
I'm so
looks
excited for how awful this is going to be.
Fucking amazing. My God. I am more excited for Cats than I am Star Wars, honestly.
Don't listen to these.
I need to see Cats.
Both of these two are menaces.
It looks horrible.
All right.
So bad.
It looks
the worst
awful.
Film of the year. Worst film of the year. Calling it right now.
Yeah, I think it might become the worst. No, I don't want to spoil what my number one pick. Hey, don't. All right.
Well, no, in terms of CGI animals, it is going to be worse than Lion King.
Okay, Lion King had good CGI. It wasn't used well, but the CGI itself is technically good. This CGI is like fucking like.
Also, you can argue that in Lion King, the songs are good. In Cats, all the songs are bad because fuck you, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and I stand by
Elba,
that.
fucking it has such a good cast: Judi Dench, Ian McKellen,
What are they doing?
Oh, and then Taylor Swift is in it for some reason.
Because she can sing. And James Corden.
There's
is
gonna be
in it
like
for some reason.
there's gonna be furries jerking off in the theater and shit. Like,
Dude,
unfortunately,
I'm gonna be one of those furries. All right.
See, I feel like the CGI is so bad that,
All right,
furry
so
art is better than this movie.
I can't wait to see Cats. We're definitely gonna see Star Wars first, but we are gonna see Cats. I am so fucking excited. It looks so bad. Oh
so
man, dude, all the moms are gonna be so mad at us because we will be laughing the entire time.
If anybody fucking sings during this in the theater, I'm going to.
Oh, let them sing. I'll be like,
my
do it.
shit.
All right.
I don't know any of the songs, but anyways.
Birds of Prey or the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I'm so stoked for this fucking movie.
Excited for good reasons, not bad reasons.
I can't wait. Every time I see the trailer, I love it more. It looks so fun and stylized. And
I want to see Ewan McGregor be bad.
yeah, Ewan McGregor's a villain. It just it looks like it's swinging for the fences. And Margot Robbie, she's amazing. Margot Robbie is like slowly becoming like one of my top 5 favorite actresses. Yeah, I can't wait. I really hope it's good.
I'll watch it.
It already looks like she could kick Joaquin Phoenix's ass. Hi-yo! What up?
You mean Mr.
I'm
J?
sorry, you could tell she could kick Joaquin Phoenix's ass from Suicide Squad.
I know,
That's
right?
saying something.
I didn't see Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap up this review here.
Jumanji's 2. We haven't talked about this movie at all.
Well, I haven't seen the first one, so we have a plan on watching that before we go and see Jumanji 2. But I mean, I saw Hobbs and Shaw this year. I'm not really looking forward to another, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie. It even did this, like, in the trailers for Hobbs and Shaw, there's a scene where he's, like, holding a chain and, like, a helicopter, and he's, like, holding the helicopter to a truck. They do that in fucking the trailer for Jumanji 2, except it's Kevin Hart's leg, and he's getting pulled out of a car by an ostrich.
Oh my god, they're making fun
It's
of
like,
that. That's funny.
I swear to God, like...
At least you can pretend it's The Rock trying to be Danny DeVito, though.
I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of The Rock, but I've seen Jumanji and it is legitimately good. I was very surprised. And like The Rock is funny because he's trying to play a different character. He's not trying to play a genuine like fucking stupid ass fucking macho man. And so yeah, the first Jumanji's great. This looks like a sequel. It really does. I'm not like, oh, fucking Jumanji 2, but it's like, I'll watch it. I hope it's good. It might not be. Yeah, and it might be a little rushed, but yeah, the first one was great, and I'm totally up for level 2. Person A.
Teenage girl Jack Black gets me every time.
Yeah, he did that really well.
All right, we are doing a double feature tonight, though. Ford
Yeah.
v Ferrari is
Ford
next.
v Ferrari. It's a pander to the sexes double feature.
Boom. So we got to get going. So we got enough battery to do that. But we will see you, immediate review viewers, next time.
Ooh, yeah!
All right.